that lunatic woman. Sepp himself wouldn't step in her shadow. I'd stay off this path. A madwoman named Lady Laurent. She hired me in the Alikir to guide her through the desert, but this is as far as I go. Ask her. I didn't stick around to hear her explanations. Though, excuses.
My expedition is ruined. One catastrophe after another. Oh, we meet again. You wouldn't happen to be interested in performing a few light duties? I'm conducting research into ancient Yokuden ruins to see what light they cast on modern Redguard society. Fascinating, but not without peril. An alchemical experiment led to my assistant becoming, Oh, quite! Stibbons should recover once I reverse the process. All my supplies are at my new camp, through these ruins. Goblins? Certainly not. I've been studying the local gargoyles. I believe they're the key to certain Yokuden myths and legends. My alchemical gear is at the new camp, through these ruins. You'll have to find where Stibbons set it up. Be careful with it. It's delicate. Let's get on with it, shall we? Stibbons isn't going to revive him. Yes, most satisfactory. Stibbons would have dusted them off as well, but one mustn't be choosy, must one? North Point was liberated, but did you hear what Baron Dorell did? He arrested his own son. Please, pay me no mind. I didn't expect to react so strongly to seeing poor Stibbons in this state. I suppose you should know the truth. Ancient inscriptions here described some unique alchemical... Yes, but I'm certain I can restore him if we find his... my notes. Julianos' little teapot. Where could they be? Oh, praise the divines. You're a lifesaver, Stibbins. Whatever your name is. Ah, yes. Now I recall how it was. Stendar smite them. The goblins took my reagents. I need to develop an antidote for the Yokuden Stoneflesh potion. And to be safe, I'll need to test it so we can use it on the goblins, of course. Once they're petrified, they'll be the test subjects for my... These writings are very old indeed. How gratifying. Oh, this is a curious one. I must have missed it on my first pass. I'll have this in an instant. You're rather useful in your own way. Meritorious work. Now, according to my notes, I just need to come— Indeed it is. It's up to you to administer it, of course. Oh yes, his name's Mare. He's rather a crazy old hermit, but he certainly knows his way around these old I tried, but he refused to go near the goblins. Besides, he's quite mad. He's become entirely preoccupied with some
Still as the stone that walks. Yes. They remember, you know. They carry their histories etched in their flesh. Hearken, Wayfarer. They were here before the walls rose, and they are here after. And yet some mock these lowly creatures for worshipping them. What folly! There are no dunes without wind. Yet, when the wind is gone, the dune remains, eh? Tongues of stone, young seeker.
You see? Quite maddening. And all I have to go on are these similarly arcane inscriptions from the ruins. The Yokudan inscriptions are mysterious. Frankly, I'm baffled by them. But Mare has dropped hints that he knows what they mean. I'm sure he could tell me what I want to know. He wants the answer to the riddle of the inscriptions. He'll tell me my answer if I'll give him his answer, or something like that. It's maddening. Stibbons would know what to do, I'm sure. He was always good at seeing what's right in front. They contain the key to the antidote for my stoneflesh potion. Somehow, the gargoyles inspired the early Redguards to experiment with their own flesh and bone.
You have answers. Answers are more to me than water. Answers. A riddle? No. The riddle. The one these ruins whisper every night. The one that hums through the walls when the sun beats upon them. You know whereof I speak. You've read the 3 inscriptions. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? You have answers. Answer a riddle? No. The riddle. The one these ruins whisper every night. The one that hums through the walls when the sun beats upon them. You know whereof I speak. You've read air. Yes, that's it. The breeze. The breath of Tava. Ah, devious Sep. You wind a fateful path in this desert. Here then is your answer. Within the maw and between the teeth.
The tongue, of course! Ugh, how very disgusting. Arkay's beard. Could anything be more disgusting than this gargoyle's tongue? Oh, that's why I had you dose the goblin's stew. Do pay attention. Several of them must have been petrified by now. I've prepared several... I shall have to somehow drag Stibbons back to the other camp. It's a bother, but there's no help for it. Once you've observed the results of your trials... Did you use all of them? I do hope you paid close attention to their effects. That's just what I was counting on. Right. Now I know how to adjust the concoction to make a... Now see here. Your lack of confidence in me is quite unjustified. I know exactly what I'm doing. Now, if my calculations are correct, they should take effect almost immediately.
Oh, by Xanathar, I have an acute throbbing in my cranium. Could this be what a hangover is like? Possibly, though I'd like to take time for a more detailed inspection. How long was I a statue? Are you jesting? No, I can see you're serious. I recall nothing. I seem to be intact, although perhaps...
There. See, I told you it would work. Indeed I am. I know you may not have much experience taking risks like this, but sometimes you just have to follow your instincts. Regardless, I owe you... I think we have accomplished quite a bit in this short time. With Stibbons rescued and our notes gathered, I think it's time we return to civilization.
Well, well, a new arrival. We lie about like whipped dogs. Ufa drags his feet, waiting for aid. Can he not see that none... The Imperials hold our city. We were taken before our swords could leave the sheath. There's a traitor, my people whisper. I warn most against entering Hullen's stand, but you might help us in our resistance. Go to the alchemist shop in town. You'll find...
New face. What's your business? We don't see a lot of travelers these days. You want to speak to Ufa then? Too bad no one knows where he... And don't think you can try anything. I'm not just here for...
I don't think we've met. And I don't think we need to. And I hear the Imperials have spies everywhere. So why would I admit to being someone they want to kill? Across the way is a guarded warehouse. If someone took weapons from there, it'd be a blow against the 7th Legion.
not the sharpest arrow in the quiver.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm doing? Why would I want those weapons? I'm no friend to the Resistance. Is that so? Let me fix them for you then. There. No one will suspect you carrying sacks smelling of the stables. I name no names, but seek the poor near the town square.
Nazir sells no goods. Nazir sells no goods, only information.
Hold! You are no servant of the Empire, are you? This is the Yokuden Heritage House. Some might call it a library, though it is far more than— By my father's head! To the dogs with that coterie of charlatans and heretics! They pretend to be scholars, but it is a fiction. For us, these books are like blood and flesh. Each and each is a beautiful—
Greetings.
Let me guess, another sticky-fingered Mages Guild docent, yes? Well, we have labored long and long.
Hold! You are no servant of the Empire. If it is secret doors or hidden chambers you seek, you must look elsewhere. The city's history is complex. It has changed hands. This is the site of Derek Holland's final confrontation with the giant god. It was. Their love of farming and building made knowing his people would be slaughtered if they remained. A wise and powerful warrior named Holland, the last Onse. He fought for 17 bloody days, until at last he faced the dreaded Mosgor. Just so. His sacrifice is remembered even—
Hail, O Wayfarer. I beg you, forgive Kare.
I will guard this with my life, though I wish our mutual friend would return. This will prove quite useful in his absence.
These old eyes see you. Come, come. You did not see me, did you? No one sees the poor, the sick, the oppressed. One of the destitute, no more. I have nothing except my eyes and ears. And I see Yara wants to trust you, but she cannot. Not until unimportant. But here is how she will. She waits by the tavern, as she was spying on you. Go to her, clasp her hands, and tell her that the rest—
Ah, I was not expecting you. How did you— Never mind. What news happened? One of our allies passed with a peculiar bag from the stables. It's good to know you were the one to supply it. Well, then. What? How do you know this? The wind is truly at our backs. I've misjudged— We've been watching and waiting ever since the 7th Legion took our city. Now's the time to act. Let me share what we know. The 7th Legion took the town under cover overnight. Some say a traitor opened the gates to their army. It's the only— Not what, but whom. I've set up a meeting with someone who may know the identity of the traitor. I'd like you to talk to her. My contact— I'll return to the alchemist shop on the other side of town once you go to meet with her. Yes, I will wait for you there. Maybe—
Hail.
Did Yara send you? She said to meet her here. It's more of a feeling. Call it intuition. It's better if you see it with your own eyes. The Imperials may know your face by now. You can disguise yourself as one of them for the time being. With a disguise, the soldiers won't give you a second glance, but the sentries will certainly stop you if they can.
He hears voices in his head. He's got a wet. Don't worry. They're good people.
I always forgive my enemies. I will remember their names.
Quickly now. I don't know how long we'll have this privacy. Thank you for your discretion. I'm rather concerned about what's going on in Holland's stand, but it's not a good idea to say so in public. You see, you misunderstand. My husband is Captain Dakir at Niemer of the City Guard. I think he betrayed us. I couldn't bear to ask him. To see the hurt in his eyes and the Soon after the Imperials came, our daughter disappeared. And my husband speaks with the Imperials, carries sealed messages back and forth.
Dare you go through my face? What are you doing in my home? Did Quat—
Oh, Kisma, I wish I didn't have to keep such secrets from you. By Mara's heart,
I have her, our daughter. The Imperials kidnapped.
I've seen the girl. It's not too late. The couple despairs, but all is not lost. Nothing's without hope until the last breath. The Imperial fool Quatrius believes he's invincible, and in a way, he is. If one were to raise a blade against him, his soldiers would surely cut down the child out of spite. But there are other ways. Not how, but where. Go to the pavilion in the shadow of the palace. You are already armed. Armed with the knowledge that he is a coward. With that,
I just want to see my mother and father again.
Away with you. Can't you see I'm busy? We're simply enjoying the fresh air. After all, who would want such a flat... What? It's complete nonsense. I see your point. Fine, fine. Run, girl, before I change my mind.
Papa! Papa!
This is your doing? You freed my daughter. I am truly blessed to have such aid from a stranger. With no the Grandea's chains. The Imperials made me capture her and bring her to them. I fear they want to publicly execute her in order to cow...
Seems you've poked a hornet's nest. I hope whatever you did was worth it. They have the Grandea? That is troubling news. You've been busy then. But what news of the...
You are mistaken, friend.
Master Ufa! You're truly alive!
Did I not send word with our friend here? I spoke to the captain after you left. He was more than willing to help, after the good turn you gave. Don't you recognize the old beggar without his rags? I've been following you for quite a while. Even my own followers. You've been a great boon to the Resistance. Once we have the traitor in our hands, the captain's men know how to find him. But I don't know where these men are, or if they're still among the living. Seek Aisha, Nasira, and Runid. Their peril is our opportunity. I'm sure they'd rather work...
Probably only a matter of time before the... I'm only here to visit my friend Runid. He invited me to see his hometown, but then these... Then you'll probably find him still at his house, praying for the gods to intervene.
They're good people.
You don't look like one of the 7th Legion. He's in hiding, the rat. He is named Maridem. You'll have to find a way to lure him out. I'm not sure where he is now. If I knew that...
Who's got a whetstone?
What do you want with this old woman? Everybody knows Aisha caught the rat in the act. She was boasting about it in the town square right...
Someone who knows what they want, yes? How can... There are people all around us. Particular ones... This one cannot say. Not without... Ah, you are a smart one. I can tell you many... Someone who knows what they want, yes?
You're the one who helped that treasure hunter at Badwater Mine. Must have been exciting.
I wondered if someone would find me before they finished me off. He's a womanizing piece of scum who'd sell his own mother to make a few coins. Ask at the tavern for Niha, his latest courtesan. She'll tell you where he is. Well, he wasn't there when I last checked, but it's been several hours now. There's a tavern.
Hail.
Not my usual type, but business is slow. Perhaps. Many know Maradem. Not many will admit to it. I've met him once or twice. Do you know what would happen to me if I betrayed Maradem? Or any of my kind?
You have little choice, Niha.
Ufa, you're alive.
Niha will help, for the good of us all. But I understand her fear. We still need information from the wretch. Fortunately, I know of a simple way to extract it. I'll set a trap for Maradem, with my dear Niha's help. Once you have the powder...
Hello.
Something I can help you with? I have no idea what you're talking about. The rogue. Sometimes I wish the Imperials did find him. Here's your powder. It'll...
The taste of her remains, and in my mind
Have you got everything you need? There's a bottle of wine in the alcove for you, though I've no idea what you'll do with it. I'll serve it to Maradem. Wait here. I've brought you refreshments, sir.
Niha! Always so good to me. Let's taste this fine concoction. A strange flavor. What kind of wine? Who are you? What have you done with Niha? What was in that wine? How dare you? Whoa. What's happening to me? Did you poison? She's in front of the palace. I have the key for the stocks, but they guard her exceptionally well.
Bleating like a cut lamb, I see.
Ufa, I thought you were dead.
That was the intent. Get the key off his body and leave him.
Good. I'm free. Let the people know the time has come. Light the two watchtowers. We must ride out.
below.
I hope you're not bringing more trouble.
It's time. They ready themselves for battle. We will hold the palace while you take out. She's in no shape to fight. I can't imagine what torture she must have endured under the Imperial's reign. You are our symbol, friend. There's no time to waste. We must strike now. Go inside and slay that Imperial Sedas Secundus like the dogs.
I've heard a lot about you. Finally, we meet in person. Bold. I like that. It's unfortunate you've picked the wrong side. The Legion needs more soldiers with that. Did you think I'd let anyone walk in here unchallenged? You are a fool, as are the rest of them.
I won't fail you again, Secundus.
Demand your surrender. If you won't surrender, your life is forfeit. You an example to these dogs.
Don't trifle with me.
You've done it. The 7th Legion will be... The Imperials had no chance. We took them by storm, and without their leader, they had nowhere to turn. The Grandair will have something to say too, no doubt. Here she comes now.
Proud people of Holland stand. We have won the day. A stranger to our city was the spark. Let us never forget this, or those who fell in the fight.
Greetings.
And here is the savior of my people, We must rebuild. The Imperials tore apart our fine city, but we will rise from the sands. You have given us this chance.
Hail.